Kumbaya, 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 my Lord, kumbaya, ooh, kumbaya, kumbaya, ooh, kumbaya. Kumbaya. They calls me Dr. Buzzard. I'm a traditional Gullah Geechee, folk healer, and hoodoo practitioner, if you will. I wants to have a conversation about, well, forbidden secrets and things, the kind of things that come from of a spirit, the stuff you don't want your pastor to know about. Now, don't get me wrong. Most of the time, the preacher folks don't realize we doing the same work, but in our own special way. So I'm gonna jump right into it. The harsh reality is we're all not gonna be here one day. Life is for the living. The closer you get to the grave, the more alive you want to be. And the one thing that I know that life teaches me is that we will all die successfully. And dead folks don't know that, but when they die, especially in their sleep, they don't know about it until they don't wake up the next morning. Whether you believe in religion or rebirth or not, there ain't anybody who doesn't appreciate kindness and compassion. Have you ever noticed that everyone who is for abortion rights has already been born? I'm not scared of dying, and I don't really care, 'cause there's peace I find in dying. Well, then let my time be near. If it's peace you find in dying, when my dying time is here, just bundle up my coffin, 'cause it's cold way down there. Now, a word about funerals. Most people are sad at funerals, or homecomings as they call them nowadays. But that's only natural. But there's some folks who really take it way over the top. I mean, they really lose their damn minds and soul and body and everything. They scream, they holler, they suffer, they pass out, they get revived. And when the pastor splash holy water all over them, they get more hysterical and they pass out again. Now, I often wonder how much of that is really acting out. I could never understand why people carry on like that. But when I see them jump into the casket, only then will I know it's for real. I'm just saying now. Now, you know, there are two very important rules you need to know about in life. Rule number one, there ain't no rules. Rule number two, you go back to rule number one. There just ain't no rules, no damn rules at all. You need to follow your own mind. Don't let nobody turn you around. And don't worry about those folks who don't understand you. Just leave them alone. Let them be. There's always going to be somebody who won't like anything that you do. So don't be afraid to piss people off. You never know what you can get away with until you try. So do something every day that scares the hell out of you. Now, some things are true, whether you want to believe it or not. Most of the time, The preacher folks don't realize that we doing the same work as I said before, but in our own special way. Now, spirits have something to do with everything, whether it's good or bad. Spirits have got something to do with it. Now, long after the church funeral is over and the body is dead and buried, the real burial ceremonies that takes place, the graveyard dancers come out, the root workers show up and gather up fresh graveside soil. They come with mason jars filled with potions and herbs to attract the spirits of the dearly departed. The hoodoo practitioners are there to connect the spirit world with the living. Those who are dead are never ever gone. Scripture says, beware of words. Words have the magical power to change reality. It took 6 days of mighty words and powerful spells to create everything above, everything below, and everything in between. The preacher folks call these powerful spells miracles, but my folks call it hoodoo. Hoodoo. That old black magic has many spell. That old black magic that you know so well. We calls the hoodoo tradition the old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me. Root doctors are like pastors, and some are like bishops. Our charms are sacred objects. Our hexes are special prayers. Our rituals are exorcisms to drive away evil spirits from those possessed by demons and buhags and such. Curses are punishments, and our spells are enchantments and blessings. Now, everybody uses a little hoodoo now and then, and people come from all over to get my potions and remedies and fixes, and they pay me good money for my hoodoo spells and such. And I'm not just talking about the common folks. Y'all don't want to know how many big shot politicians and famous personality folks and even preachers I done seen. They all want one thing. They want power. They want to get power. They want to keep power. They want to stay in power. But to stay in power, you need to get conquer root. Conquer root, one of the most potent of all the wonder-working hoodoo roots. Now, sometimes I wonder though, is it mostly me? Is it mostly me wanting what can't be? Is it mostly me creating things I see? Is it mostly me? Or is it fate? Or is it destiny? Am I a foolish dreamer of what can never be? Is life a game of make-believe, or is it fantasy? There are things I cannot see, but I can only feel. Are they just illusions, or are they truly real? Or is it mostly me? Mostly me? Or is it fate or destiny? Let me leave y'all with a word of warning about hoodoo. Be mindful of what or who captures your attention. It may reveal what you need to avoid sometimes. Things that appear to matter most often should be avoided. I'm just saying now. It seems we live in a time of virtuality. One day we're all not going to be here, and nothing seems to be really real except what we personally experience in our living, breathing environment. And not your Facebook friends. They may not really even exists. I'm just saying now. But time is the greatest asset of all. Don't waste it. Don't give it away. You don't have enough of it. You can have a good time. You can have a bad time. Too much time. Too little time. A hard time. You can save time. You can make time. You can gain time. You can lose time. But eventually you will run out of time. I'm just saying. Everything has a price. Now hoodoo ain't nothing to play with. They calls me Dr. Buzzard. I'm a traditional, gullah-geechee, folk healer, and hoodoo practitioner, if you will.